Hello, hello Capricorn. Welcome to your March 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Capricorn. And before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, go to onyxhealing.com. You guys know I do cold psychic readings, and we can get you all tuned up energetically, do some healing, all good things. I have some really exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks, so make sure you're signed up for my newsletter. The link is in my bio or in the description box, or you can just go to onyxhealing.com and sign up for it there. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this out, and then we will get started. Okay, let's start with your oracle cards. First thing coming up for you is Fox. Problem solving, solutions. It looks like the solution or the remedy is what's coming through. The Fox energy is helping you figure it out this month. So if you've been dealing with a lot of obstacles, what I would do is try to relax into, okay, this is something that has a solution. Maybe I haven't been presented the solution. Maybe I need to be patient. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. But whatever the case may be, the Fox is helping you understand that the solution is already here. Like it's nearby. It's not something that is elusive or slipping through your fingers. It's just a matter of allowing yourself to receive it, see things from a different vantage point, and be willing to problem solve rather than just throw in the towel or throw your hands up in defeat. That's the one thing the Fox wants to remind you. Then we have the Sword. Okay, so the main thing with this card that comes up for me is like the Ace of Swords, how we know that card is about ideas, the strike of inspiration. You might find that that's kind of working in tandem with this Fox energy. It's like the aha, the light bulb going off. You also have a snake right here that's surrounding the sword, and that is often an indication of wisdom coming through. So you have the protector and keeper of wisdom and the hit of inspiration and ideas. Then we have generative, create an environment conducive to productivity. Keep going even if you are feeling bored with your creation. Like all masters, you will evolve yourself through the work. This is a matter of mastery, and mastery is it's not a bad thing. It's just that it might not feel good when you're navigating challenges and new experiences. So be extra gentle with yourself on that. The central energy is the Ten of Pentacles. You are focusing, or whatever is going on in your world this month is helping you to get to the place where you are rooted deeply in long-term solutions, long-term results. This is about legacy, long-term, not a quick fix, but an actual remedy or foundation. So I'm saying remedy because of the Fox card, which is like, we're going to cleverly figure this thing out. We're going to innovate a solution. And so the Ten of Pentacles is highlighting this is something that's for the long haul, not the short term. And then the crossing energy is the Hanged Man, being consistent. And consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing every day, of course. Consistency can look like getting your energy or getting your thoughts or getting your approach on track each and every day. You know, it's not just about having a routine, although the Hanged Man can indicate that routine is really helpful. It's more a matter of consistency and just holding the container. Like, hold the container for your evolution, hold the container for the foundation that you have coming and that you're building. And don't be afraid to lay the concrete and know that your actions are adding up and paying off. It's the little decisions, the little ways that you're tweaking things, that's going to have the biggest impact. What you have shifting out is the Ten of Cups. Let me check the oncoming energy first before I read that. The oncoming energy is the Sun. Okay, so I think this is a matter of seeing and recognizing your own growth and improvement, because you do have some celebration cards on either side. This is a really solid reading, honestly. You have the Ten of Cups, which is like good news, happiness, celebration. Yes, things are working. But even if there's a small obstacle or a small thing that's coming up that needs to be tweaked or fixed, it's like you're still working on the actual foundation of what you're creating for yourself, whatever that looks like within your life. It may not be material. It might not necessarily be in the physical realm. It can be something within yourself as well. This can be internal stability that you've been working on, or something that is intangible that you've been really practicing. So don't get too caught up in the environmental stuff unless that's where you've been putting your energy. So this is just like good news, foundation, good news, right? Because the sun is also a reason to celebrate, like that jovial energy. Aha, we've done it. Yes, success, being able to play. So there's like more room to celebrate here with this sun card, and that's the oncoming energy. The outward manifestation is the Hermit. You might feel as though with everything that you have going on, it's not necessarily going to be a super social month, right? Unless there's a specific reason why it has to be. You might feel like things are actually showing up as being more introspective, or spending more time independently, or spending more time solo. You might see that as being what's coming up for you this month. So just bear in mind, all of this is adding up. So it just seems like you might feel as though it's a bit of a lonely journey. And then in the subconscious, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So doing a lot of work around the mindset, the mental piece, and there's a lot to gain from that. It's like with everything else, the efforts are paying off. It is absolutely worthwhile. You're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your energy. This is energy, time well spent. And so whether you be focused on getting back on track, or riding out the waves, or seeing the issue through rather than throwing in the towel, however you are shifting the internal state of that, however you're doing the subconscious work around that, is paying off. So I would say observe what's going on within yourself, and then do your best to work on that as much as you can, because the work pays off this month. The advice for you is the Four of Wands. Make a nice, comfortable nest for yourself. I'm getting comfort is key, is the main thing coming up here. You have another celebration card on the table as well. So it's like, give yourself credit where credit is due. There's no reason for you to be in a state of like punishing yourself or being really hard on yourself or anything like that. There's so much goodness that you have on the table here, and that I think you've already achieved and already accomplished. So if you stick to that, if you stick with it, you are absolutely going to see things as getting better and better and better. You do not need to wait for the other shoe to drop. It is something that might take work for you to just trust that things get to be good. They get to be easier than they have been before. They get to be as enjoyable as possible. And so I would say it's very easy to not want to get your hopes up, right? Or to not want to give yourself credit, or to not want to see things as going well. But I'm getting that there's importance in allowing yourself to do that, even if you think you're being foolish. I don't think it's foolish. I think it's necessary for you to stay motivated and actually be able to see this through and be able to build bigger and better things for yourself. Having some optimism is going to really enhance your experience in March. And then the external environment, we have the Empress. Lots of opportunities to just indulge in pleasure, just have a good time, take good care of yourself. This is a really nurturing month. There's so much healing that's going on. I think there's a lot of repair that's happening internally, especially with the way you're perceiving the world. There's something that's deeply evolving for you in March. So I'm just getting that this is This is like all good things. Let all good things come to the surface for you. Let all good things show themselves to you in the month of March. I'm going to clarify the Empress. Page of Coins. Okay. So perhaps the way you're giving to yourself is the thing that's being innovated, because this is like the way that you're showing up, how you're giving to yourself, how you are relating to the outside world, how you're relating to your environment. The other thing that I should mention here is that the Empress can be a person, but there's so much of you doing your own healing, your own growth, your own perspective shifts. It's like a radical change in perspective in the month of March. So that's why I'm saying I think this has more to do with the opportunities for you to show up for yourself, give to yourself, heal with yourself, be with yourself. I think that's gonna be the way that it shows up for the majority of you. But some of you might see this as like a really nurturing friend or healer, partner, teacher. Like there could be a whole bunch of different types of empresses that show up in your life. So just know that in large part it's about how you're relating to your world and how you're relating to giving to yourself. And then the hopes and fears, we have Seven of Pentacles. I think the feeling here, or the fear that you may be experiencing, is more about there's still so much left to do, which can be, you know, the Capricorn archetype has a tendency to have a streak of pessimism. Okay, that's just something that kind of comes with the territory of the archetype a little bit. And the Seven of Pentacles is like, there's still so many other things that I need to do, or so many other things that I need to accomplish, or so many other goals to reach. And there's too much goodness and celebration on the table for me to say, oh yeah, there's so many other things that are going on. This is like fear of not wanting to get too excited about what you have accomplished or what you have seen or the goodness that you're drawing near, because you might feel like there's always going to be a problem. There's always something that I need to solve. But I'm getting that like filling in those cracks with some acknowledgement at the very least of what you do have going and what you've been able to create for yourself is going to help remedy this. Yes, there's always going to be things that we need to focus on, that we need to work on. Yes, 100%. I'm just getting that there's no reason why you need to zoom in on those things and drown out all of the excitement. This is such an exciting reading. I don't want you guys to miss out on this energy. And then the outcome of the month is the Emperor. Let me see. There's like dedication energy. There's commitment energy. There's more of an emphasis on foundation, similar to the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, the central energy for you this month. But it's like you really honoring the masculine within yourself, being able to utilize that and capitalize on that. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is the you've got it, your hard work has paid off. There's Saturn right there and Saturn right there. And with all of that action, reward, action, consequence in the best way possible, it's like the Emperor and Divine Masculine is accountability. That's what it is. And just being accountable to all of the things that you've been working on and knowing that that pays off. That's why there's all of this foundational yumminess that you have on the table. Don't be afraid of this. You've already got it. It's happening now. It's a present time thing that you're experiencing. It's not frivolous. It's not unnecessary. This is good news. March is a good news month. So go in with the expectation of good things, regardless of an obstacle or hiccup. Don't take what I'm saying as being nonsense if something small happens, if there's a small blip. Do not make a mountain out of a molehill in March. Otherwise, you know, you're just not going to be able to enjoy yourself. So I am imploring you to enjoy yourself in March. Let's get into the timeline. Here's the first quarter of March. We have Shaman, Divine Wisdom, Spiritual Power. Again, I think you're really in more aligned control in the month of March, especially in the beginning here, where it's the spiritual power and being able to kind of listen to the rhythm of your own growth and your own spirit is going to be really helpful. Second quarter, we have the moon, imagination, perception. It's how you see it. So how you're seeing things is going to be the way things are in your reality. So for example, I'm saying there's so much to celebrate, there's so much good stuff, there's so much work that you've already put in that's paying off. Like let's say you get a parking ticket. One perception is, Sydney, you're a liar. You are falsely saying that this is a good month. I got this. One parking ticket and you are just full of it. You are the worst. Okay, that's one perception I get with people in the comments sometimes. And then there's, oh, the parking ticket is no big deal. Like the money is going to be replenished no matter what. It's a non-issue, right? So your perception is what's going to either inflame things or make them smooth out. So you get to decide how this really looks and feels for you, especially in the second quarter. Third quarter, we have the 8 of Acorns. This is the 8 of Wands. Energy, results. So you're seeing the benefits of what you've been doing. So this is, the hard work is paying off. The effort is being seen and rewarded and acknowledged. And so there's this deep aligned propeller that's happening in this third quarter. It's like a really big push. And I'm getting this is after Mercury goes direct. This is after things get a lot clearer and start moving forward. So you can expect to feel an increase in the pace. Fourth quarter, King of Shells, harmony, integrity. See, this is all about things getting better and better and better. The King of Shells is like emotional mastery, mastering your perception, mastering your internal world, mastering the emotional body. And there's a lot of success in that. There's a lot of glory in being able to do that. Okay, let's do a 3-card pick. So you guys know the drill. You can ask a question, ask for guidance, clarity, support, whatever you're needing. And just tune into a card that's calling to you, whichever one feels best to you. And if you need more time, pause the video. Card number 1, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this is scarcity mindset, right? This is not enough, never enough. So in what ways do you have enough and what does that feel like? I would challenge the part of you that's saying it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. Not enough time, energy, resources, information. I mean, it could be anything. Challenge this because this seems to be a reflection of some perception stuff that's coming up. So it's kind of like this month, the entire theme of the month is that it's so much better than you can possibly realize. You're in such a better position than you can possibly realize. And so this is a reflection of that within you. And the 5 of Pentacles is just the remaining limitations, the remaining, pessimism or scarcity or whatever bugs you're shaking out of the system. Card number 2, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Step into the unknown bravely. This is a good time to just allow yourself to capitalize on what lies ahead, that empty space that's in front of you. Don't be afraid of it. Be intentional with what you want to be created within it. That's the work that you need to do. And then card number 3, we have the 3 of Cups. Ask for help. Get some friends together. Hang out with people that you care about. This is both support and pleasure. Like hanging out with people for fun. And then also making sure that you ask for help if you need it. If you need support, don't be afraid to reach out. It's good to exercise that whenever you need to. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everybody. I really, really appreciate you more than you could possibly know. And I do, as I said in the beginning, have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I have a manifestation class that's coming out. I have just so many things in the works. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing and sign up for my newsletter to get the best prices, stay up to date, the best time slots for all of the stuff that I have coming. And until next time, have a beautiful, beautiful March, everybody. I am sending you so much love. If you need to submit a prayer request, you are more than welcome to do so at onyxhealing.com. All of the links for everything is in the description box below, as well as a list of all of the decks that I've used today. So you're welcome to check that out if you liked any of the decks that I've used. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.